Hello there. Okay, before we start this, I'm so sorry. In my last video on the Stick War lore, I mixed up Stick War 2 and Stick Empires. So everything I said about Stick Empires is Stick War 2 in that video. Okay, I'm done. Hello. This is the second episode of Stick War lore. This episode will be covering some of the lore that we have been presented in Stick War Legacy, specifically focusing on the tribes around South Inner Mortar that were created in the controversy in Stick War 1 and Stick War Legacy. But some notes, again. This is mostly factual and some speculation, so take all of this knowing it may be wrong, and if so, I will cover it, yada yada. Anyway, let's start. The Storm Rebels were a tribe of mages, and also the first time we see Merrick in Stick War Legacy. This tribe was formed after killing the Magickill, and some of them escaped, forming this tribe. All of the women of the Magickill Unity Nation were let free, and then they joined the tribe to learn magic and become the Merricks. If you're already aware, Stick War 2 were the events before Stick War 1. Now, some of you veterans may be thinking, but that would mean that Merricks are evil, and you would be correct. But Merricks were created by Chaos in the Second Great War, Stick War 2, and given to Unity in Stick War 1 to fight the Order. After the death of Juggernaut, Unity joined forces with the Order, so Merricks are now part of the Order, and this suggests that Stick War 3 is the event after Stick War Legacy and Stick War 1. The United Savage Tribes of Inner Mortar are a large group of soldiers from Unity that were outcast or left behind during the conflict in the events of Stick War 1/Legacy. They are the troops that were forgotten and seem to want revenge. Using the remains of their victims to make weapons and armor, they are trying to intimidate the Order and Unity. These people have no side in the war, and all they want is to make a name for themselves and to build their own home to live in. And all they want is for the ones who cause their suffering to pay. Glacial Uprising. These guys don't seem to have any law, but that they have found a power to inflict freezing on enemies. This is another link to Stick War 3, being the aftermath of all of this, as we can use a freeze archer ability in it. Woodland Tribe. These guys don't have a name, so I'm calling them Woodland Tribe. But they look very wealthy, with all their gold. And automatically I'm thinking Lavish is leading them. But it wouldn't make sense, so I've come to the conclusion it's just they found a lot of gold. Again, they don't have much lore, but I included them because they exist. Borderland Flame Feeders. These guys just stuck fire and stone together and made the most deadly thing in the whole of Inner Mortar. And are extremely difficult to beat. In extreme difficulty anyway. Because Unity used them in the final fight, we can assume that Unity discovered the armor and weapons that they wielded, but after the defeat, they seek revenge. The Vampiric Soul Eaters. These guys are something, I'll tell you that. These guys basically made a deal with the devil by trading the weapons they worship as gods to the Maracai, or the Dark Lord of the Dead. In return, he enchanted their weapons with an ability to drain the life of their foes. But what they didn't know is that they were a curse, and now served the Maracai. There's more to these guys, but that will be a whole other video. Stay tuned for episode 3.